What's up, guys? It's Benny. Another deadly attack on ICE agents using a vehicle trying to run them over. This from the Party of Democracy. Attacking federal law enforcement is now a daily activity. We've seen ICE agents get shot at with sniper rifles. We've seen them get mowed over by vehicles, cars, fleeing criminal aliens. And now, again, the Border Patrol has had to shoot two people in Portland. They say people, they're criminal aliens and gang members from Venezuela who attempted to run over agents one day after ICE killed a left-wing activist in Minneapolis. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agents have shot two people in Portland. The Department of Homeland Security officials and Border Patrol agents were conducting a targeted vehicle stop outside of a health building. The passenger was a Venezuelan national, a criminal alien who was a gang member, Tren de Aragua, involved in a recent shooting in Portland. The driver was believed to be a member of the gang as well. The agents identified themselves as the vehicle occupants, and the driver weaponized his vehicle to try and run them over. Fearing for their lives, the agents fired defensive shots, and the driver drove off, fleeing the scene. Law enforcement sources said that this was part of the ICE operation to round up illegals in Oregon. I've been part of the operation. I traveled to Oregon with Secretary Kristi Noem, and I watched rapists and child traffickers get arrested myself. I also saw a bunch of left-wingers attacking the ICE agents. Some of them got arrested. Same thing happened in Chicago. The left is violent. The left is violent. They shoot the president in the head. They shoot Charlie Kirk in the neck. They attack conservatives on campus just for wearing MAGA hats. They will attack federal agents. They are the true insurrectionists. Tim Walz says that the left is at war with the federal government. They are the insurrectionists. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for this insurrection to get put down. The agent fired at a Toyota, hitting the 33-year-old man and 32-year-old woman. The sources described how the agent stopped a Toyota, prompting the driver to attempt to flee, hitting an unidentified agent. By the way, while we were driving around on a motorcade in Portland, and when we were on the roads, cars would regularly box us in. They'd regularly try and run us off the roads. You know, I filmed this. I posted it. That random vehicles would try and effectively like block us from traveling, or like attack. Nobody rammed us, or like nobody made contact with the vehicles, but people would know that these were federal vehicles, and they drive really aggressively around us. And of course, you've seen multiple ramming attacks all throughout the country. This is a tactic. It's going to get more people killed. The left is simply ratcheting up these tactics now. Here's the Homeland Security statement here. U.S. Border Patrol agents were conducting a targeted vehicle stop in Portland. The passenger of the vehicle targeted Venezuelan alien transnational Tren de Aragua prostitution ring and involved in a recent shooting in Portland. The vehicle's driver is believed to be a member of the vicious Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. The agents identified themselves, the vehicle occupants, and the driver weaponized his vehicle in an attempt to run over the agents. Fearing for his life and safety, the agent fired a defensive shot. The driver drove off. Passengers fleeing the scene. The situation is evolving. Further commentary on this, or at the very least, the same from Trisha McLaughlin. Sorry, it's the exact same post. She's just quote tweeting this ABC News report that has no context in it, saying local and federal sources tell ABC News that agents shot two people in Oregon. They kind of leave out that they're criminal aliens, gang members, and that they were trying to run over the agents. It seems relevant, but this is a despicable time in media where the media is completely and utterly baselessly attacking ICE. They are eliminating relevant parts of the story. I've never seen anything like it. J.D. Vance went off on this yesterday at the White House. I'll play you that clip. One of those shot by Border Patrol was a gang member, Venezuelan criminal alien. They tried to run them over. Democrats are going to hail this person as a hero. Two people shot, not fatally though. Portland target was Tren de Aragua in recent shooting. Venezuelan gang members, prostitution trafficking, connected to a recent shooting, tried to run over federal agents. This is who Democrats are defending. Yet another attempt to run over ICE. There are dozens of these now. You can see this on the police scanner. The police scanner itself. Shot at the subject, almost ran them over. Unknown if they hit the subject. Male, conscious, breathing, Spanish speaker. Said he ran from ICE and was shot. His wife was shot as well. Border agent, right? So there you go. This is the police scanner. Yeah. Oregon mayor calls on ICE to end all operations. Of course, they are defending the people who are trying to kill ICE agents. You can see here that this is the car at the scene. I mean, it looks like the front of the car was ripped off. How violent was this attempt to escape? Anyway, here's, ladies and gentlemen, J.D. Vance going scorched earth yesterday at the White House, talking about the dishonesty and the corporate media over all of this, and how completely and totally hell-bent the Democrat Party is with their media enterprises on seeing federal agents get killed. This is like the intention here. We don't want to see anybody get killed, but the left would celebrate, just like they did with Charlie Kirk, if an ICE agent got killed. So which side are you on, right? J.D. Vance going in savage mode here on the media that refused to cover this kind of stuff correctly. And tell me which side, the side of the insurrectionists. There you
go. When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis. And this is the headline. I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally, because this was an attack on federal law enforcement. This was an attack on law and order. This was an attack on the American people. The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile? What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws. The President stands with ICE, I stand with ICE, we stand with all of our law enforcement officers. And part of that is recognizing that you people in the media, not everybody in this room, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack. She was trying to ram this guy with her car. He shot back. He defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before, and everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single one of you. Questions?